Hi there, Stephanie. This is Austin here. I'm from Team Swerve, and we just want to show you what we've been working on for the past few weeks. So I'll start off by just talking a little bit about our design choices. We decided to go with Google's material design. Now that's because we want the look and feel to be very familiar to our users. So this will be quite similar to any Android application or something like a Google Forms, which is an easy to use, intuitive user interface and styling tool. So that's why we've decided to go with that, and we think that our users will be very comfortable with using this since they've probably seen it before. Looking up at the toolbar, this is straight out of your PowerPoint template where you suggested that you wanted the Self-Start logo, the Body Smart logo. Up in the top left, the About tab, which is what we're currently on, the How It Works tab with some hyperlinks in order to bring us to certain areas of this application, as well as just outlining the services that will be entailed in the Body Smart program. These here are just dummy buttons that will be built out for features in the future. So again, this is just a pre-production prototype. We just want to reiterate that. It will change as we build up more features, as your design input comes back to us, as that we would love to hear. But we'll start off and I'll just take a look at the create exercises portion here. So again, this is just the Google Forms here. This is a very nice table that has just helped us to house all of our exercises here so we can go in and edit them however we so please. This is just one that exists, and then we can create a new exercise. Actually, this is what we had originally started with, and this has the ability to just simply drag and drop a file here, or to upload one from the choose file button. But we've depreciated that, and we're going to be working on a new modal. We think this looks a lot cleaner, so this will be coming in the future. Everything here can be used, or you can use the search bar here. So let's look for the term assisted, and we'll press search, and yeah, so great. That's that first one that shows up here, and we can even delete that one. And yeah, that gives us, this is our are you sure you want to delete it? And then away it goes. So that it even gives us a notification here. So moving on, the viewing the assessment form. So here are just a couple of forms that already exist. So again, we can edit these forms. And this is where you can see the contents of the form. So this is a question from Angelica of how can I remove my leg injury, and this is just another example question for you. We can change the name of this and then even add a new question if we so please. These are some of our predefined questions that we'll go to later. We'll just back out of this one. So we can create a new assessment form, which is very similar to the other form we've seen there. We can call this patient or client checkup. Description, just making sure you're okay. And then we can select from that predefined lists. So this is one of Angelica's questions. And then we can add that, how do I recover from my leg injury? You can submit that. And then this is a new form that's been created, and as you can see, it's created right here. Moving on, we can then take a look at the question form. So these are some of those questions that we have right here. So if you have one of your practitioners coming in, they can name a new question. So this is, let's for example say pain diagnosis. They can add it in here. Then they can actually enter the question, the description, and then what the question type is going to be. These are all required fields. Again, this is following the Google Form layout. And all of the questions are again stored in a table that looks like this. So we'll just back out of that and go to the Manage Rehab plan. So here in the Manage Rehab plans, these are plans that already exist. So similar to the other forms, we can edit any of these. As you can see, this is like, for example, a broken arm. So the description, how to heal a broken arm, the goal to properly heal it in 4 months. We have the selected exercises and the assessment test. Now again, this obviously doesn't make sense because it's just a sample, but we can then add new tests or add a new exercise. This is from the drop down here, so we can add the client check test here. We'll add that and it'll show up here, or we can do the select and we can select exercises. So if we're if we had something that was specific to healing this broken elbow, that's for the purposes, assume that the wall butterfly will help, we can add that exercise to one that this rehab plan will then entail. So then we can submit this form, and then everything updates as we would imagine. Moving on, we'll then go to the last one here. So this is patient profile. So patient profile, you could imagine this being like someone that has someone that is in our system. we'll then go and select that individual, and then we can edit every aspect of their profile with us. So this also uses autofill, which is a great feature. So for example, if I'm going to go and add my email, it has my form information from forms that I've completed on other websites. So let's say this is what I submitted on eBay, then it'll know that this is me, this is my postal code. It doesn't know my my health card number because I haven't submitted that, and I don't think Google would enjoy saving that. So we can then submit that, and then that successfully updates our profile. So these are just a few of the features that we've been working on hard here. We'd love to get your feedback on anything that you think we need to include, we need to change, and we'd love to hear back from you. Thank you so much. We've really enjoyed working on it so far. All right, all the best. Bye-bye.